It's your boy Osman back again with another Rival Fan podcast. As you can see from the title, it's been an eventful weekend. Ollie out and Nuno out. That is the title for today's show. Of course, these are questions. This isn't me claiming either. I mean, you guys know Ollie out anyways. But of course, we will be posing the question regarding Nuno to our panel. As always, everyone's socials are down below. Get your comments in the comment section. Drop a like. Subscribe to the channel. Just before I introduce the panel, Archie is in the building, still buzzing. Nuno in. I'm sure you can guess who Archie sports. If you can't already, is of course the red side of North London is who Archie sports. And listen, Cahil, a man of his word, said if they win, man is gonna rock the Arsenal kit, and Cahil is back with a smile on his face once again. Cahil, how you doing, brother?
Just like Arsenal, easy breezy. It was light work, innit? So I'm very chill. I'm just ready to go. Looking at Kish, it brings me joy, man. It brings me joy.
Listen, Kish. Honestly, God, we're gonna get into the North London derby, but first and foremost, bro, how are you, man? How are you doing? Are you all right? Is everything okay? Yeah.
Just go through the analysis, man. What's the agenda? Listen, I've been bombed all day on WhatsApp and social.
Oh my god!
I was just saying off air. The funniest thing is Man United have lost as well, but I've got such a big.
That's the thing. The fact that our loss has overshadowed any other team's loss this weekend, it just kills me. I'll be honest.
Oh God! Listen, honestly, we're gonna get into that. I just want to quickly get this comment out from Shakir. I'm not Ollie out, but I'm surely Ollie out. I mean, it is where it is. Obviously, entitled to your opinion. We'll get into that shortly. Kojo will be joining us as well. But there's only one place to start, realistically speaking. We haven't got a Man City representation and we haven't got a Chelsea rep. So we'll get to that game a bit later on. The biggest game of the weekend for the panel was, of course, the North London derby. Two teams fighting it out for that 10th spot in mid-table. You love to see it. And Arsenal came out on top. They lifted the trophy. Mid-table champions. You've seen the photos. You've seen the jubilation. I know what. Listen, it is where it is. You gotta enjoy these moments. We don't know how long they're gonna last. Cahil, it's only right, bro. It's only right.
You also know what's also right is the fact that Ole will never win a trophy at Manchester United, and he might be there for a while as well. So let's keep the trophy talk to people that have won trophies. Yeah, so Arsenal can talk about winning trophies in the past 5 years at least. But anyway, as I was saying,
you've won one trophy. I swear we've won two. Am I mistaken? Oh, I'm tripping.
How long's Ole? How long's he been there for?
I know what you just made it because our last trophy was 4 years ago. I swear we not won a trophy in 4 or 5 years or something like that. Because Jonesy won the double, didn't he? Not so long ago. Ali's been here 3 years. So yeah, that statement was incorrect. But I get your drift today. You're trying to top with chess. Go on. This is your.
I tried. See, that's why I don't do with chess usually. That's why I don't do with chess.
This is you're the only person who's collected 3 points, mate. So say what you got to say, brother. Say what you got to say.
Boy, it was easy, man. I just can't. I don't know what that Tottenham side. They just did not turn up one bit. Everybody expected them to turn up because, especially in the first half, because they how they played against Chelsea, but boy, they were open. We looked like prime Arsenal, maybe with Thierry Henry, Dennis Bergkamp. They might as well call Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang Thierry Henry now, because boy, that finish was tasty. But man, Tottenham made it so easy. Those goals from Saka, those goals from Aubameyang, like I said, and Smith Rowe, they were just chef's kiss. Now I didn't expect it from Arteta, but Arteta proved that he can always beat Tottenham. Because it's Tottenham. It's the history of that club. They always come into these moments with talk, and they always seem to bottle it. And lo and behold, they bottled it again. So it is what it is, man. But Arsenal, we're moving up there, man. We're gonna be in the top 4 race soon. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. We're gradually building. We're gonna pan Brighton next week, and then boom, it's up the Arsenal. Top 4's coming.
Listen, you've just about got to 10th, yeah. Let's just take it one step at a time. From a Spurs perspective, Kish, we'll come back to that top 4 comment. But Kish, from a Spurs perspective, what are your thoughts, my brother?
Where do I start?
Start with Kane, man. Start with Kane.
No, I think this comment from Archie is a good start. Thanks, Harry Kane, for that assist. Thought he was wearing red. What?
Let me first break it down in terms of analysis of the game. Nuno, poor tactics. In fact, disgraceful. I understand the lineup. If you're playing the games that we've lost, when we beat Watford 1-0 and when we lost to Crystal Palace, I can understand the midfield of playing Ali, Ndombele, and Højbjerg. I can understand that if you're playing those teams. However, you're playing Arsenal away. Regardless of what Arsenal is, our record is dreadful at the Emirates. Absolutely dreadful, right? So the first thing you do is you realise that defensively we're an absolute shambles. So you play two CDMs, in my opinion. You play two CDMs with one attacking midfielder. For me, I don't rate Skip, but he's still young and up and coming. However, he's someone that will put a foot in. He's someone that will put a tackle in. Højbjerg in that game looked like a headless chicken. My guy was running everywhere for the simple fact that Ndombele and Ali just didn't track back. That for me is a manager's fault. You either play a back three or you play two CDMs in those games, because we defensively just can't maintain anyone, let alone.
Yeah, but you had Dele Alli to hold it down, okay?
Yeah, piss off. Dele Alli, I'm tired of seeing these compilations on Twitter and fucking YouTube of 2016, 2017, when my guy was supposed to be the next Maradona and world class for about 17,000 years, and England's captain by the time he came out of his mum's anus. So I've just got to a stage where pissed off. It's all vibes, and literally his braids are the only thing that contribute towards this team, and even they're shit because he's not good enough to even try them. It's all vibes. He needs to go on Boohoo Man, ASOS. That's his next career, because he ain't getting anywhere, I'm afraid. Ndombele is just Ndom vibes. Again, it's just replays of that one good Megs that he does in a game. That's literally vibes, and that's why he's worth 50, 60 million. He can piss off as well. To be honest, it's just got to a stage where I'm finished with this club. Again, let me start. Nuno, poor. Listen, he has to take the blame for that in terms of the tactics, because tactically poor. However, the players have to take blame. Not a single player, but Højbjerg tracked back for any of the goals. In fact, one of them, Harry Kane did, but that's because he lost the ball and then he was Bambi on ice.
It was not played by Harry Kane. He put the play.
He might as well have just literally taken himself out and collapsed or something, because that's what it felt like. It felt like the best. It's probably the best contribution he's had all season, to be honest, in a Tottenham shirt, or should I say for an Arsenal shirt.
He did support us when he was a kid, so it makes sense.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He finally turned up in a big.
Yeah, at least he's got that.
Exactly. He finally turned up for us.
Like I said,
come on, kids, positive.
Yeah, like I said to you last weekend, we basically got a CDM playing up front. So obviously he gave that assist because he got the assist record last season. So he's starting early this year, but obviously for another team. But it doesn't really matter because it's on his assist tally. You got a £50 million signing in Romero, who's on the bench, and Dyer and Sanchez are just giving vibes. Lloris is no longer the player he was a few years ago, but again, he's on the bad side of 30. And then, like I said, Dele Alli, the only position he can play is number 10, and that's alongside Harry Kane, which is in behind. Since Eriksen has left, we're finished as a club. Lo Celso, again, is a poor man's, I don't even know what to explain, like a Julian Faubert or something like that, the West Ham legend. So literally, I have no vibes to give whatsoever. And Harry Kane, it just seems these days like he's just missing one-on-one on purpose. Like there was the one where it was like a straight crossfield ball to him, did all the hard work, and it's like he just thought, nah, do you know what? I'm just gonna miss this. And then he was like, oh, I need to do it for the cameras in front of Gary Neville because he's gonna suck my dick later. Oh no, oh my days. Oh, he's a top professional, that Gary Neville, top professional. So yeah, to be honest, it's just vibes these days, and it doesn't look like any single player gives a shit about the North London derby, because us fans have just been disrespected. I understand on the WhatsApp chat what you said. Listen, we as a club 4 years ago were challenging for honours. We didn't win anything, but we were challenging for honours 4 years ago. At that point, when Daniel Levy desperately needed to invest, he didn't. When he was when he was told to sell Harry Kane, he didn't. And now we've got a player that's probably worth 50, 60 million at best because he really cannot be arsed. And he's probably going to go to City anyways, and then probably bang 50, 60 goals and then be worth double the twat. We've got Dale Ali, who literally is there for vibes. So if you want to buy his braid, buy one, get one free, you can take Ndombele with you as well because he's a cunt. Just take him. Just take them all and just stick to use. I'd rather have Dane Scarlett, who's a youth team member in the first team lineup. And like this guy said on TalkSport yesterday, keep Harry Kane on the bench and let him watch every single fucking game and just let him sit there. Just let him sit there because my guy is straight up vibes. What did I tell you last season about Heung-min Son? That guy, for me, has more respect than any single player in that fucking team because that prick of a captain or vice captain, sorry, he's not a captain. That prick of a vice captain deserves every bit of criticism he deserves. My example, Hazard, when he left Chelsea, Hazard wanted to leave Chelsea the season before he did. But what did he do? He got player of the season, got Chelsea a trophy, then left on good terms. Fabregas, we all knew he wanted to go to Barcelona. But what did he do? He pulled up his cards and made an effort and then left on the right terms. Even Philippe Coutinho, again, he's failed at Barcelona. However, he knew that Barcelona wanted him the season before. What did he do? Put up a shift, and then did it. And these players aren't even your homegrown fucking players. Yeah, these players aren't your so-called club fucking legends. My guy is on 250 grand a week. Whose dad told you to sign that contract? Your brother is a B-Tech fucking cunt, right? And they all just sell them all. I'm done. Sell Enick. Let Enick go. Let Levy go. Sell that fucking prick of a Kane. I do not give a fuck. And just build a team around Heung-min Son and tell the rest of them, Dele Alli, fuck off. Endom, fuck off. All of you just piss off and leave the club, please. Thank you very much.
Oh my God. Oh, I don't even know where to start. I
don't want to come back. I'm scared right now, bro.
When I spoke to Kish, right, he told me he was angry. I didn't read. Oh my God! What this Kish? You sound like me after when Man United lost to Villa. To be fair, I was fuming that day.
Mate, don't even start, man. And then I showed you that message that my cousin sent me in the morning. I was like,
that was absolute quality. But to be fair, right,
let me just tell you one thing about my cousin. Yeah, he doesn't respond the whole year. I didn't even know my guy was alive till this morning. I'll be honest with you. Like, I didn't even know he was alive. And then he sent me that message this morning. And that was like, nice to see you as well, by the way.
Oh, my God.
I've not got a message from him, I kid you not, in almost 2 years. And that fat bastard sends me that.
Just to clarify, the message was, good morning, North London is red.
Oh, no. Is he an Arsenal fan?
Yeah, he's
my cousin.
Oh,
and I've literally not heard from him about 2 years, and he comes with that.
That's insane.
Quick.
I mean, that's a funny message from Ryan. Ryan, if you haven't watched it, shout out to you. I appreciate that. Made me laugh. But listen, there's a lot to unpack there, which is a
right
statement. I would mention Dele Alli, but I think you've spoken about him enough. So let's talk about Harry Kane. The first things first, right? Obviously, I tweeted what you kind of said there, anyways, in terms of him not pulling his socks up. And being the model professional that as he's so called is, we keep getting told he's a model professional. After the game, I think Sean's put in here somewhere. I can't find it, Sean. I know. Oh, there we go. Imagine if Pogba down tools like Harry Kane, the media drama would be peak. And I just want to talk about this very briefly. Obviously, I've already given my thoughts on our WhatsApp group, but just for the sake of the stream, what Harry Kane is doing at Spurs is nothing short of embarrassing. Mm-hmm. As a football player, right? You're not going to get what you want in life. First and foremost, right?
Especially if you sign a 6-year contract.
Exactly, bro. You signed a 6-year contract, yeah? And Levy is well within his right to keep you. Because at the end of the day, you're part of Spurs Football Club. They also invested in you as much as you invested in them. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, they looked at Kane and said, he's our future. And why should they get rid of their future just because you now want to leave? And on top of that, also, just want to contribute. Kane's kind of contribute to that fuck up. Champions League final, they lost because of Kane. If this guy wasn't even fit, and they completely benched Lucas Moura, who's bagged a hat trick to get him into the final, and a 50% Harry Kane comes back into the team. And look, listen, at the end of the day, right? If anyone watched Kane for a long period of time, you know one thing, right? Harry Kane, he's just not capable of playing games when he's not fully fit. He's never sharp. He looks well off the pace, and that final was obviously Poch is to blame as well because he shouldn't have played him. On the other side of it, Kane should be in that team. There's other occasions where big moments in the cup, you got fucking slapped. Who did you get slapped by? Was it Chelsea recently in a cup final? Was that a League Cup or it might be probably Man City to be fair. Not last. It might be last.
Under Poch.
No, last season they got into a final last season. Man, Josie got sacked.
Oh yeah. City.
Yeah, Kane completely disappeared in that game as well. So when it's actually mattered, when they need him, he's not there. Yesterday was the first time in a while he turned up in a big game and got an assist and actually contribute to a goal. Apart from that, he just fuck all in big games. Okay, granted against Arsenal, he tends to do well. But the point being is, you can't walk around in North London derby with that absolutely embarrassing attitude. You know, as a player for that club, how much that game means to your fans. And the guy's application and attitude was nothing short of embarrassing. The guy spent more. I would love to see his heat map. It's probably in fucking central defensive mid somewhere. At the end of the day, what is he doing? I don't understand. What the guy's got no respect for the club the way he played yesterday. And for me, I understand he's frustrated. I get it. You want to move, etc. You want trophies, accept that. But as Kish said, Coutinho was in the exact same situation. He wanted to go to Barcelona. Yeah, I've seen that. Is it? Yeah, that's embarrassing, isn't it? I've seen the Coutinho thing. Obviously, Coutinho, exact same scenario. He eventually got his move. He still put up unbelievable numbers for Liverpool prior to his sale. Ronaldo for Manchester United. Obviously, Kish mentioned a couple other players, South Africa, etc., etc. Other players have been in worse situations than Harry Kane. This guy signed a 6-year contract, 250 grand, and you got the media licking his ass clean like he's his model professional. No, he's not model professional. He down fucking tools, man. He's let his team down when they really needed him. It's as simple as that. So this sort of, persona of he's an angel, he's a saint, it needs to stop, mate. It's absolutely pathetic bias.
Before I play devil's advocate for a bit, I do agree that this whole idea that Harry Kane is a model professional, especially considering the performances this year, it's totally BS. It's gone out the window now. You can't. There's no way you explain yourself out with this. But if I can come to his defense in some semblance of the manner, when Coutinho, when Fabregas, when even Ronaldo, for an instance, left, there was a gentleman's agreement between these guys and the coach or the owners and whoever it was between. Harry Kane also had a gentleman's agreement with Daniel Levy last year, saying that I'm going to stay one.
Do we know that?
I don't see why.
Is that factual? Because no one's come out and actually confirmed or denied that. Harry Kane's never come out and confirmed if that's factual, and Daniel Levy's never denied it. So
my statement on that though, Cahil, is when Fabregas left, the fee that was paid, I think 40 or 50 million at the time, was one of the highest paid fees for a midfielder. So Arsenal accepted it. Hazard went to Madrid for about 110 million, age 29. That was the right fee for him, and that was a fee that Chelsea accepted. Yeah, Coutinho went for 130 or 140 million. Again, over what he's worth, in my personal opinion. Ronaldo went to Man United at the time. Went to Real Madrid from Man United when it was a world record fee of 80 million. That was the only reason why Fergie let him go, because that price at that time that was unheard of. Yeah, the only actual fee that was given to us was either 50 million plus Laporte or Sterling, who, by the way, declined the move. Or 100 million straight. So my opinion on that is the fact that, yes, you might have a gentleman's agreement, but you don't have an agreement which says, right, pay below what the value of that player is, and you can go. For me, that's
100 million.
If Barcelona offered you 20 million for prime Fabregas at that point where he was literally peak, like on assist numbers, everything, would Arsenal and Wenger accept that? That's my opinion.
Understand that, but 100 million is not something to be turn your nose up at. I understand that.
Especially when you look at the amount that other players are going for. That's what I'm trying to say.
Maguire was 80, and Grealish was 100. There's no way Grealish is the same price as Harry Kane. It's not even in a conversation. What's Grealish done? Obviously, both of them two were overpriced. I don't think anyone's going to deny that. But obviously, because of that, why would Spurs sell Kane for 100 million, same price as Grealish? I mean, that just don't make sense from their perspective. It's like you are selling Aubameyang for like 40 million. Like, why would you do that? Like,
we almost did this season if you wanted to relieve the rumours.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the point, isn't it? He's still worth 60 minimum. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just think for me, Spurs, Levy did the right thing. At the end of the day, if City were interested in, they should have put the money down and actually said to Kane X, Y, Z. And Kane should have come out and said it and been a man about it. Or, I want to leave Spurs. I mean, I know he practically said it.
He did, yeah.
He did practically say it. But at the same time, what is the point of him staying and just playing like this? It's absolutely pathetic. And on top of that, I must add, actually, Daniel Levy is the biggest fault in this because he's kind of constructed this for no reason. He should have sold Kane. I know I said he doesn't need to, but he should have looked at the bigger picture, sold Kane, and reinvested the money into the squad because the squad, at the moment, that bench that you man's had on, I know Gil, I think is how you say his name, came on and had a real impact. But that bench reminds you of Manchester United when Oli first came in. It's absolutely shambolic.
It's a massive rebuild, and it shouldn't have been a massive rebuild because 3-4 seasons ago, we had a team that was literally just needed a tinker, and it needed 2 to 3 players, in my opinion, to then move over to that next step. Didn't, and then we lost player on player. Players' age like Alderweireld, Vertonghen went past their peak, and then it was too late by then. And then he hired Mourinho because he wanted that one last push to say, "Can I get trophies from this guy?" Because he has a track record. Squeeze the team on. And then he sacks him a week before the League Cup final. So that is what it is. So.
I think Jose's the only team he's never won a trophy with is Spurs, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but he didn't even get a chance to. So
I mean, technically, it's still a fact, isn't it? But listen, obviously, it's in the history, as Cahil was saying. But listen, we haven't even mentioned Arsenal Football Club. I have been bantering these guys no end. I've been violating Cahil every week. Hossam's not here. He's been violating Cahil. Practically everyone's been violating Cahil.
Even Dan, and he supports West Ham.
Exactly, and he's chatting to me on Twitter today about apparently they're a big club now because they beat us. Shut up. But anyways, that's for a different day. He's never here to defend himself, so I can't go at him. But listen, let's talk about Arsenal Football Club. Me personally, right? Yeah. First and foremost, credit to Arteta, yeah? Huge credit to Arteta. You got to give credit where it's due. At the end of the day, I don't rate him as a manager. However, the way he set Arsenal up to be in their face and press and play with absolute conviction, desire, committing players forward, mate, it was Wenger-esque. It was actually Wenger-esque when Wenger was at his pomp. So listen, deserves a lot of credit. Fair play to Arteta, man. He got the points he deserves. I mean, that period on All or Nothing is going to be elite content. So fair play, man. Obviously, Archie, Arsenal fan. Listen, Archie, I know you've been through the trenches, bro. You're always showing love on the podcast, regardless of the Arsenal results. So I've got to show you boys love. Arteta, best performance for sure. Tell me, Yasu looks a steal. So we're going to talk about a couple of players, and then we're going to finish on Nuno out because I completely forgot to mention that. Cahil, we'll come to you. So who impressed you the most from Arsenal standpoint?
Everybody, man. Everybody turned up that game. I can't put a fault into even the players I want to put fault in. Granit Xhaka was phenomenal as well. So
I forgot he was playing. I'm not going to lie.
Well, because he was so good, and he actually looked like he was committed this time. Yeah. It was complete night and day to the performances against Chelsea and Manchester City, where we were completely open. We allowed them to play whatever they wanted. This time round, we got in there, like you said.
Look at this play. That's a nice comment, isn't it?
Thank you. I'm happy as well. But the first 30 minutes were just a blister.
I just looked at Kish's face when you said I'm happy. Kish looks devastated. Sorry, keep going.
What was I going to say? They were just they were like, you're right. They completely went at them, and that's what I want to see from this Arsenal going forward. I don't want us to be timid. I want us to attack these teams. I want us to just go for it, man, because we have the players for it. I'm not hearing that that our team is horrible, because it's not. Kojo's in the building. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, looking very smart. Ooh,
there you go.
Come on.
Yeah. Partey is good. Tomiyasu is, like Archie said, is a steal. Everybody thought that he wouldn't be up to snuff, and boy, look at him now. He's completely firing. Ramsdale as well. Yes, there was debate about the save. Or could he have got done better? I don't think he could. I think Son hit that with as much power as he possibly could. He almost got there, but it just wasn't enough, unfortunately. But the save after that, the one
that save is it would have been save of the season if it wasn't for the guy for Brentford's keeper. What's his name?
Raya, exactly.
Raya, that save. That's definitely save, but this is definitely second without a doubt.
It was a fantastic save. It kept us in the goal. It didn't keep us in the game, but
no, it did. To be fair, it gave you.
I mean, it did turn. That's the
4 minutes left. You never know with Arsenal.
Exactly. That. I mean, 3-0 up during the first half. We kind of, once we came out in the second half, we took our foot off the gas. Yeah, he got the interview. He's got the job, man. Don't worry. He's got the job.
Jeez. I'm hoping that's because Ollie's been sacked and Kojo's coming in. Kojo, remember.
Yeah, we took our foot off the pace in the second half, but to be fair, we that's what Arteta does, man. He's not always going to go.
He kind of messed up in the second half slightly, you know. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
because they should have got a penalty. Obviously, don't get me wrong. Arsenal definitely deserved the win. I'm not saying that, but if they got that penalty, I think it would have been. Obviously, it would have been 3-2, but
it would have been tight. It would have been tight.
It would have been so tight, and anything can happen at that moment. Obviously, your back's against the wall. But look, as you mentioned, a lot of your players came up. Tamiyasu, I'm not going to say anything positive or negative about it because it's only 3 games, okay? So I don't want to go down that route of being too overly reactionary.
The thing is, he's better than what we've had for the past 5 years.
But this is the thing I always say. Your bar is so low.
Maybe
you look normal, which is where you are now, 10th. When you look normal, you guys think is exceptional, and you need to just chill out a bit because I think you've used to Dross, i.e. Bellerin, and Cedric, and it's just a guy just coming in and doing his job. He's doing his job, and it just looks amazing because Bellerin's been that shit. But listen, fair play to him. And
just pour water over the fire, man. Don't worry about it. Just completely drown it.
No, but the only reason I'm saying is because I think me included as well, we get carried away too.
I know, yeah.
Let's just see how he gets on. But fair, I'm happy for him on a personal level. Because the amount of disrespect he was getting, and he's Asian as well, so obviously being a fellow Asian, so I love to see it. But listen, I just want to talk about a couple of things first, right? Kojo, you've just missed. When this show finishes, just watch the first 20 minutes back. Just watch it back. But listen, we have to talk about Nuno out because it's in the title, innit? So, Kojo, we'll come to you first and foremost, right? Listen, this isn't me personally saying Nuno should be getting sacked. I think it's a ridiculous statement. However, this is all I'm seeing from Spurs fans. Literally, all I'm seeing is Nuno out. So, of course, we have to discuss it. It's not clickbait. This is just what, it's trending, basically. And so, Kojo, what are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts? I know, obviously, you've just done your podcast as well, but Nuno, is he to blame for that shambolic performance?
The reason why I'm smiling here, it's not. I'm not trying to laugh at him, but ever since I come to this show, I've just looked at Kish the whole time.
Yeah,
Kojo,
you was here, bro. You need to watch the show back. Kish,
man.
Like I told you, clean HD is waiting for me to put it on. I was looking at him, man. I'm just thinking, in my head, I keep hearing, if Kane starts, we lose this game. If Kane starts, we lose this game. And then Kane made a mistake for the third goal. And I was watching, I was thinking, if Kane starts, they lose this game. But on the real, with Nuno, so it's a double-edged thing with him. So it's like, number one, and I have to admit it now, because I was trying to me, I'm always going for the players first before I come for the coach, innit? Because a lot of these first players, have been letting them down for years. This ain't new. But what he does with the players doesn't make any sort of logical sense. The selection doesn't make sense. Dele Alli, Spurs have been telling you for 18 months not to start this guy. He's starting the derby.
Don't get me started again, man.
Christian Romero, your top signing, is on the bench.
A good centre back as well. So
exactly, and Toby said to us earlier today that that centre back pairing of Dyer and Sanchez has failed them year after year. And I've said it on your show, I've said it on Freedom Midfield, I've said it on other shows. Davinson Sanchez is still the same defender they signed from Ajax all those years back. He hasn't improved. Eric Dyer is just Eric Dyer. So when you go into that year, when you go into a game like that with Arsenal, which you've not beaten them at the Emirates for God knows how long, you need to come correct. And when I say correct, even if your players don't have the same passion as the Arsenal players, at least set up tactically well to understand that we had to stop them doing their thing before we try and do our thing. They look like strangers out there. He had a big part to play in that, and his subs stank. At the same time, I cannot understand why his subs stink, because apart from Brian Hill, his subs do actually stink. So when I saw what's his name, Skip, who I actually do like Skip. Don't get me wrong, I do like Skip. I've praised him in the past. But when I see Skip coming off the bench at 3-0 down, that just tells you everything he has to know about Tottenham. But this isn't just a Nuno problem. Nuno's a part of the problem. So was Tim Sherwood years back. So was Jose Mourinho. So was Ryan Mason for about 6 weeks in his interim job.
Ryan Mason, I forgot you.
It's the same old thing. They sign managers that come into the job and then realize real quick, yo, this team is not good. And it's poor for him because, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. He's not helping himself, but these guys let you down, man. These are not players you can rely upon. Emerson Royale, as soon as Barcelona getting back from that 2-year loan from Betis, it was see you later. They bigged him up. Oh, yeah, this could be the future for Spurs.
Bro, he was running in slow motion in moments, you know.
Bro,
legit, honestly, what was he doing on that right back position, bro?
Exactly. Reguilon. Remember,
Reguilon, right? From last season to this season, has been absolutely shambolic. Me and Kish were talking about him going back to Real Madrid after last season. Bro, Real Madrid are laughing right now.
Laughing their heads off. Anyways, Cahil used to have a term about Arsenal players that used to come to Arsenal and not be their former self anymore. He used to call them Wengerfied, right? But the thing is,
I still do.
with Spurs, who do you say he's been damaged by? It's just a Spurs thing. And then, I don't have to talk about centre-backs, already got into them. I'm going to say this now, I'm going to say it again. For anyone that keeps telling me he's got talent and under the right manager and he can dribble past players, Ndombele is a hider. He is a coward on the pitch. When the going gets tough, you cannot find that man. Do not be fooled by dribbling ability solely. Do not be fooled by a guy that collects the ball from his defenders at 3-0 down and does absolutely nothing with it. He's just another person that will let you down. Lo Celso, he left himself in Real Betis because this is Lo Celso, I don't recognize him. Bergwijn, let down. Moura, still living off Ajax. Harry Kane wants to go. Son, as good as Son is, inconsistent. He gets numbers, but on a course of a season, he's not someone you can rely upon to give
matches, isn't it?
8 or 9 out of 10 throughout, like in terms of good to decent performances throughout the whole season. He tends to hide as well. And this is where the issue is with Spurs. So my issue with this right now is that if they were to sack him, and they might be right, sack him, let him go. There might be another manager that comes in and does something with them.
Kojo,
Kojo continue.
Yeah, Kojo, let me just interject there, right? Because obviously, just to add a bit of context here, we've got to remember one thing here. He was their 10th choice. They literally, it wasn't like they can sack him and get another manager. They tried, bloody from heaven to the hills. Like they went through every part of earth to try and get a manager. Literally, they went to Mordor to try and find fucking Gollum. They were that desperate to find someone,
I was just about to say big love.
Legit, they were so desperate to get someone. They would have went to any lengths. And then Nuno was like, you know what, poison chalice, but listen, it is what it is. I'll go for it. And if they sack him tomorrow, I mean, we know he's not in his side. But hypothetically speaking, if they were to sack him, bro, they're going to be mistaken. They're not going to have a manager. It's as simple as that. They can't get him. They showed in the summer that they can't attract a manager, and now they're in a shit spot. Kane definitely wants to leave. Why would you come in as a manager to this? Because if you got any common sense, this is the most sinking ship. This is worse than Titanic sinking. Like, this is next level.
Because I think if you look at it this way, like, when they got Jose Mourinho, now a lot of Spurs fans will tell you, and they're telling me, and I didn't really believe it at first because I like to give managers chances, but they were saying it was going to be a sinking ship. It obviously did become a sinking ship. But the one thing I think that I like that he really did was he called out a lot of these players. A lot of these players need to be called out because you can. This is why I picked Ndombele as well. I know it sounds like I always pick on him when I'm talking about him, but the fact is, when your manager needs to train you in COVID times, when you're supposed to be at home in your room, take you to the park to work on your fitness, that's damning. That's damning. And if you watch this derby in the first half an hour, he's trying to run around, even though they're not conceding goals, but he's trying to run around, do this. And after that, he lost his stamina. He was done. This is the same kind of thing that keeps happening with this club. So the final person that's in trouble was Daniel Levy, because you've been told by 2 previous managers that this team needs rebuilding. You're told that the house is nice, but the furniture needs changing, and that's facts. Even me, I lived in Spain for 7 months. At some point, I changed the damn chair in the house with my housemates because it was time for it to go. If the team is not doing well anymore, get rid. Dele Alli, as soon as Pochettino changed something in the system, he became Cleberson. Like, this is just a recurring theme.
Cleberson,
Cleberson. I have to name Cleberson. So, look, at the end of the day, Nuno is a big part of the problem, and I think at some point he will be sacked. But regardless, the rebuild at this team is peak, and number 2, until Daniel Levy goes, they're always going to be minding the gap. You can be on top of them in league position, but if you can't buoy them off in their worst years, you're still minding the gap.
Wow. Listen, Kish, I'm going to allow you to have your last piece on this because we've spoken about this for a longer time. And we need to discuss Ali out as well.
He was in the background like the Undertaker. He's standing
there. Kish, last thoughts on doing that before we move on to that. Where you
listen, I agree to almost everything Kojo said, to be fair. Look, Alistair Gold, who's a really good source for Tottenham, has said, look, Nuno was never a long-term appointment. It was always to steady the ship. And I don't know what ship this is because it's like the Titanic, but quick time. He was like the 8th or 9th choice. So I think a lot of it rests on Daniel Levy again. Look, if you're going to sack someone like Mourinho, you best believe that you've got someone lined up ready to go at the end of the season. And that's what I thought. I thought, look, he's sacked Mourinho, Mace until the end of the season, which I didn't agree with, but look, it is what it is. And I thought, right, straight away, season starts, we'll have someone. But that was very, very clear that was never the case. And he just sacked him out of, I think it was just out of to save money because of the league position we were in and the fact that if we won the League Cup, Mourinho would have had an extra couple of million payout, or I think even more than that. So it's all financial for Levy. But yeah, look, it just makes no sense. The perfect example is the two managers we went for. One of the two managers, because it was basically every manager in world football. We went for Graham Potter and Nuno.
What about Gary Neville? He loves Kane, so he
can piss off. We went for Graham Potter and Nuno, which are complete different styles of football. And Levy even said in his interview at the end of last season that we lost our way. We're going to go back to what we believe in, which is the attacking style of football. But that's just not in Nuno's makeup. It's no matter what you say about Nuno, but in his first season at Wolves, but no. No matter what you say about Nuno, he's a B-Tech Mourinho. It's pragmatic football, and that's what you're going to get with Nuno. So for me, it makes no sense. And listen, I don't agree with sacking him yet because a guy who got manager of the month in August, whether people say it's lucky or not, you can't just sack someone who got manager of the month in August and then sack him in October time. It's just not.
Exactly.
You need to give him more time than that. However, from what I've heard of the sources, if the next few results do not go our way, then he will well and truly be sacked. But then that again puts us in the same position.
Man.
That again puts us in the same position. Who do we then go for?
I'm sorry, but sorry to interject you, right? But this is Tottenham Hotspur. With all due respect, I understand that it's bleak at the moment. I understand that the football's not great. I mean, the stats which you put on the screen earlier are very damning. The least amount of chances created, touches and barks, etc., etc. And I understand that. That's not acceptable. But at the same time, it's like what was he 6 games into his tenure? Like literally 7 games in, and he has to deal with Harry Kane. That's not his issue.
For me personally, look, both managers who were free agents basically that were available were Nuno and Eddie Howe, right? So if you're going to go for the style of football that Levy says we need to get back to,
Eddie Howe.
Then you get Eddie Howe. Look, defensively we're a shambles anyways, and we were always going to be shambles. So you go for Eddie Howe. So then why go for Nuno when that's what you said that you're going to go completely against?
To be fair, though, just looking at it optically, if they went for Eddie Howe, who hadn't been in the job for 2 years now, and the last time he was in the job, he got Bournemouth relegated.
But then it was the same with Fonseca Cahill. He got interviewed last week. Fonseca said, well, the reason why they pulled out was Patrici, because Patrici was worried about the fact that he has no defensive brain in him, Fonseca, and it's all attacking football. But you look at what that defensive football has done to Nuno, because I feel Nuno was pressured for that Arsenal game to have more of an attacking lineup, because I think the fans were saying, we're not really creating anything. And managers these days have all the latest stats. They have all the technology to see what's going on, creativity. And he thought, right, I need to go for this game. But that was so wrong for this game. It was so wrong. And to be honest, it made Arsenal's job so easy. Like we made Odegaard turn into prime Zidane. It was literally an embarrassment. And again, I've repeated it many times. I just think that, listen, although it's a collective blame, you can't say that the manager has no blame to it, because he has a huge blame in this, in my opinion. He tactically has been found out in the last few weeks, in my opinion. And unfortunately, it's a really, really bad stepping stone for him. And I just see the inevitable, in my opinion. Listen, I don't agree to it, but the way modern football is and the way things are going, I just see the inevitable, and I think in the next few months, I don't see it getting any better for us, if I'm honest. And I do see him going for another appointment.
We've got used to it, so hopefully we can get some easy points of you. Archie saying that Harry.
I would happily take Harry Redknapp back. Honestly, I would happily till the end of the season take Harry Redknapp back. I said this.
Get Nico Grancho with him as well.
Yeah. Get the whole board. Get the whole board in. Get Peter Crouch in the setup. Yeah, get Peter Crouch.
Defoe.
Defoe, Van der Vaart, Nelson. Get the squad back. Get the squad back.
Defoe's still popping. To be fair,
Defoe will still do a job.
You haven't replaced Defoe yet, let alone anyone else. So, boy.
Yeah, they have, man. Dele Alli.
Yeah, you missed this part, Kojo, but I said our biggest miss is the fact that we replaced Ericsson with Lo Celso, who at Betis was amazing, and has just not turned up. And that again, that's another big signing that we paid 50-odd million for that's just not.
Yeah.
We need a term for players that go to Spurs and lose themselves. We need a term.
Spurs, isn't it?
Spurs is too easy. I need something more aggressive. You know what I'm saying?
Bitches. But anyways, listen, let's move on. I think this is a great segue. Ali might be looking for a new job after Christmas. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Inshallah. Yallah, make sure. Ali, before Christmas, I'm going to celebrate Christmas. I'm Muslim, but wallahi, I will celebrate if Ali is but listen, I'll have the Christmas tree out. I'll have the turkey ready for you boys. But listen, Kojo, Ali out is also in the title as well. I haven't heard your thoughts on this. Obviously, me and Kish have gone, not this Kish, but other Kish, been going back and forth practically all day. You think we haven't got jobs. But it just constantly triggers me when anyone supports Ali's, just lack of anything, lack of quality. Just to add a caveat to that, I completely forgot when I went into work today that my assistant coach is an Aston Villa fan. And he just looked at me and I went, "What's up?" And he goes, "What do you mean, what's up?" And then he started doing the Martinez celebration. It's been a rough day, lads. It's been a rough day, but we are going to discuss Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Manchester United's disappointing defeat. You guys have seen my reaction. Go and watch my personal reaction video after the game. Just go and watch that because I was pissed after that. And I'm going to pass it on to these guys to say their bit. So, Kojo, we'll start with you, my brother. What's your thoughts?
So, see, I saw what you and Kish were talking about, and I kind of interjected here and there as well. This whole, you guys, he said you were vipers and snakes. Vipers and snakes like I'm Randy Orton, because apparently...
I knew you were going to call say Randy Orton.
I had to, you had to shout him out, because apparently we give him praise for, yes, a nice sort of like building of the squad, but then when realizing he's reached his ceiling, we're snakes because we won him out. We have to be grateful. If he wasn't
we are vipers, though, Kojo. We're snakes. We're vipers. But what did our team to win trophies after 5 million spent? How dare we expect us to win trophies? We've got Ronaldo, Varane, Pogba, Bruno, Rashford, Cavani, Martial, Van der Beek. How dare we expect?
Why'd you mention Martial in that group, please?
Because Martial should actually be okay under a proper coach. I think he'll be alright under a proper coach. I forgot to mention Sancho as well.
That Ballon d'Or fee, yeah.
Yeah, listen, he has to be done. One of them ones.
The point is, with all that talent, yeah, I think Kish was trying to say that, look, you're only 1 point off. It's not the fact that we're 1 point off that we're getting.
Yeah, I mean, Brighton are technically top of the table when they win tonight or whenever the game's
Oh, well, yeah, so it could be two.
Are they winning?
They're drawing.
Okay, well.
But the point was that I don't think he was trying to understand that he did.
Nah, they 1-0 down. Crystal Palace, Zaha.
Oh, okay.
Fuck off! I was gonna buy him on fancy football.
Juan Vieira.
They didn't. What he failed to understand is sort of like what Toby said to me, Kale today as well. You can get results, but when you see the performances are not good, performances last much longer than the result. You need to perform. You need to assert your authority, and with the quality that you have, and with having Varane added to your backline, you shouldn't be still doing this whole defensive two-man, defensive-minded midfielder nonsense like used to. As soon as McTominay came back, he was straight in the team with Fred.
Bro, he made it look like McTominay is fucking Zidane. That we needed this guy that desperately in the team. Man, shoehorned him back into the team like his prime Zidane.
Bro, and even McTominay actually played well against West Ham. He was good, but the thing is, you can't maintain that and think it's going to push you any forward, because at the same time you've been doing that for the last 2 years now, and it's not brought you any success. And then the second issue being, it's 0-0. Aston Villa are clearly the better side within the game. Make changes. Change something. Try and change the momentum of the game. It's these things that we complain about.
Kojo, he did make a change, to be fair. Like, he subbed on Cavani with 8 minutes to go. Like, you know, that great tactical stuff.
Yeah, of course. How can I forget?
How could you forget? I
mean, he got you the penalty.
No, yeah, he did.
I mean,
he did.
Yeah, well done. Way, one draw.
He's still in the sky right now, isn't it? But apart from that, he only made subs because there were injuries. And this is the issue. Make subs within the game. Look, I'm a fan, so obviously, look, Shaw got injured in the first half. What's his name? Maguire won the second half. So if you made that second sub and that first half, Maguire got injured, as a fan, I'd have to stomach that. But at least I can still accept that.
You tell me, right, Kojo, how the fuck Fred? Listen, you're being nice, yeah. I ain't gonna be nice. How the hell did Fred come out at half time?
Bro, I'm loading.
Shit.
I'm loading.
McTominay, they were shit. And somehow you've got Pogba on the left wing who's dropping an absolute stinker, right? He's not a left winger. I know he's done well there. I'm not knocking that.
He's not a left winger, you're right.
Put Pogba in midfield, put Sancho on the left wing. That's one substitution, right? That even, honestly, God, how has he not made that sub at half time? I just don't get it.
Bro, it's because he lacks
common sense.
He's reactionary. Yeah, it's all about if this happens to the team in this situation, then I'm gonna make a change. Everything is always so late with the guy. Everything is never.
Well, if he had a sub left, Kojo, you know Van de Beek would have came on the 93rd minute. Like 2-minute cameo.
93rd minute, he would have come on as the referee was blowing his whistle, would have been training, getting ready.
Van de Beek, I'm giving him minutes. Stop complaining. Listen, I've got to get this comment on as well because this is quite hilarious. Archie, why did Bruno come out and with that essay over him?
Listen, can I adjust that?
Yeah, please.
Right, so earlier on the free midfield, I said that when we got the penalty, I wanted Ronaldo to take it. That wasn't just like a Ronaldo thing. I was just in that moment, I didn't have the confidence in anyone else, including Bruno, to take it. There was something that was telling me, don't give it to him. Bruno's penalty for record for Man United is phenomenal, but from that moment, I was just thinking, nah, take it off him. But this is the thing. That essay was so unnecessary. Just say. The main point of the essay that he could have
go again. Every bounce back. Their favorite quote.
That, or thank you so much for singing my name after I missed that. I really appreciate it. I'll come back next week firing. Good. Easy. This guy did a 6-point GCSE English literature answer.
It's a penalty, bro, man.
You know the Excel questions that they give you in the back of the Excel.
I'm gonna be honest, right? I'm very disappointed he didn't just tweet saying, roll safe emoji that one with hashtag Ollie out. I mean, I would have been happy with that. Like, that's all he had to do, and that's it. Like, these guys in PR, they don't go hand in hand. Look, end of the day, regarding the Bruno thing, I don't want to dwell on it too much. It's just a bit pathetic, isn't it, really?
You missed penalties, isn't it? But finally,
listen, who cares? We did not deserve to score that penalty.
No, we
I'm
didn't.
a man of principle, yeah. I would not celebrate that fucking goal if it went in. I do not give a shit because we did not deserve anything. I want standards at this club. I'm not here watching Man United for another 38 games this season, scraping W's, and people replying saying, "Oh well, we got the result." Mate, we've been here for 3.5 years, my brother. I want to see football. But Kish, let's get your thoughts. You look like an unlocked character at the moment. But what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, again, similar to Nuno. Look, I understand if you were playing Chelsea or Man City, why he played the two holding midfielders. I would completely understand that because, look, when you play those teams, you're not going to get a huge amount of the ball, regardless of how good your attacking lineup is. It's going to be on the counter that you're really going to play against them, and you've got the players that can hurt. But when you're playing Aston Villa at home, I'm not saying Aston Villa aren't a good team because they are a good team, but you're Manchester United. You're not playing Man City. You're not playing Chelsea. You're Manchester United at home. You've got 60,000 plus fans there expecting you to show, standpoint on this game and be clinical. And you play, Mackie D's and you play, Brazilian Fred there. It's not going to work. And then you got you got Donny van der Beek, there on the bench. Who I don't understand what he's done in recent time because in recent games I think he's actually looked decent when he's been given the minutes on the pitch. He's not been fantastic, But if you compare
he'd be a good player for you, you know.
Yeah, I know.
If
you compare to the minutes that other players have got in the starting lineup, you would question why he's not getting the game time that other players are undeservedly getting. So that for me it literally goes down to the manager. With regards to the pen, I disagree. Listen, I understand what people say about Ronaldo, and that could be Ronaldo's moment. Blah 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 blah. But he has a 96% penalty record for Manchester United.
I would have kept
his
Ronaldo
penalty
as well,
record is ridiculously good. I don't think he missed his first 12 penalties or something like that for United. He was like, he is your banker really to score. So for him to miss that is uncharacteristic. But then for him, it's like a girl on a night out, man, apologizing for something, and then her girl mates like, "Oh, don't worry, it's fine, it's okay, it happens. Oh, Bruno, you can come around my house tonight. We'll kiss, we'll cuddle. It's fine, baby." And it's just like, get the fuck out of here, man. Honestly, get the fuck out of here. It's just so bitchy, honestly. And I like watching them comments. I was like, what is wrong with you, man? You're a professional footballer. Just admit that you messed up. Admit that you missed a pen. Get to the next game and say, look, next game I'll still be available for my manager and my team to take a penalty if called upon. That's it. No, I'm so sorry. Next time I'll try. Blah. I'm so sorry. Like, just honestly, I don't understand. If I was Ollie, I'd give him a fine for that. I mean, he's not gonna do it. He's just gonna be like, we tried well there, yeah. We tried well, didn't we? Yeah, it's all right, yeah. So yeah, again, it's the comparison that Kojo gave about Tottenham. You've got the house, but you haven't got the things with the house to match the quality. You have got the house in terms of you've got the players. You've got the players there that really should be challenging for the title, in my opinion, should be very close to winning it, if not winning it. But you've just not got the manager that's going to give you that extra 5-10% to take you up there. Because I genuinely think if you had any of those managers in the clubs of Liverpool, Chelsea, or Man City, in my personal opinion, on your current squad, you would win the title. In my opinion,
I think we'd win the title as well. Honestly, I've said that consistently. I will finish the only reason is because we haven't got a proper manager. And I've been consistent. I said it in my predictions video. People said that's a flippant comment, but it's not. The squad is good enough to win trophies. The manager is not. It's as simple as that. And I don't want to hear people making excuses for this guy. Just to give you guys a bit of context, Man United fans are still defending Ollie and saying he hasn't got a DM. That's why he can't be Aston Villa. That's why he can't play good football. Bro, are you taking the piss? You guys would die for our team. Like, look at our bench. Our bench is literally, obviously people don't rip Martial, but he's still there. We've got Cavani, Martial, Lingard, and Van der Beek on the bench. That's our bench. Let alone the guys on the pitch. And there's still Man United fans making excuses. I mean, it's just not acceptable. Like the fact that we've got them players on our bench.
It's also that ruthlessness as well. Ollie doesn't like Martial. Listen, I know you're a big fan of him, Musman, and you have been for since the day you signed him. To be honest, you've been a fan from what I remember. Listen, I get that, but there comes a time with a player, just like with us and Ndombele, where the ability no longer proves the actual form on the player on the pitch. I'm afraid, and he needs to be man enough to cut the ties, regardless of what it takes. You cut the tie. Same with Lingard. Lingard was begging to stay, and I understand why he's begging to stay because there's Ronaldo there. It's his hometown club. I get that, but as a manager, you need to be ruthless and say, no matter how much you want to stay, you're getting out of here.
Look at Chelsea. Look what Chelsea with Giroud, Tammy Abraham.
Tammy Abraham was begging to stay. He did not want to leave.
These guys just sold them and reinvested into the team. I mean, the Lingard, I'm not going to lie, I wasn't opposed to keeping Lingard, but the Martial one, again, and I mean, Kojo spoke about this on length, if it meant that we got an upgrade, i.e. CDM, with the Martial money, and it overall benefit the squad, then I don't see why I would keep him, because at the end of the day, we need to do what's best for the club. Kojo's looking at me like, motherfucker, you be rating Martial. But listen, regarding the whole Martial thing, like for me, I'm just gonna blame Ollie. Why not? Because they keep saying that. It's the easy way out for me. If you guys are gonna say we haven't got to see them, well, Martial's not playing good because of Ollie. So it works both ways. But anyways, listen, Cahil, you've been waiting patiently. Manchester United lose 1-0. What do you make of it, mate?
I mean, there's nothing that hasn't already been said, but I'm just gonna bring up a point that you made a few weeks ago regarding Harry Maguire. Calling him, he's saying that he has more of a better IQ than Antonio Rudiger. These past two games, bro, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one,
I mean,
Chief.
if I
Especially
said
one
better
against
IQ, then fucking Lord have mercy, I apologize because that's
because
I must
boy,
have
oh
been,
boy, that
I
game
must have
against
been
Newcastle
hard
was a mess, and that pass back to the Gator. What the hell was he doing?
Maguire's been dog shit. I mean, honest to God, Maguire has been absolute dog shit, Kale. But yeah, please continue. I apologize if I said that because that's outlandish.
That's it. That's what I just wanted the apology. That is what it is.
I'll openly apologize. I don't even know why I defend my United players anymore. I need to learn from my mistakes because they always let us down. Without a shadow of a doubt. But yeah, Maguire, we haven't really spoken about it. I mean, me and Kojo would rather not because we'd be here for all night. But Maguire is just, I call him it's just standard, isn't it? English players don't get any criticism. I mean, Maguire, if that was Varane making those mistakes, it's on tabloid news.
Oh, boy.
Because it's Maguire, they haven't even mentioned it. They didn't mention Kane missing a one-on-one. They didn't mention Kane's fucking lack of desire in that game. Guess who they were slagging off? The flipping foreign players. Let's be real. They're criticizing all the foreign players. I mean, I know they're criticizing Dele Alli as well, but obviously it's mixed race.
And now the Man United players can hide even more now because when we lose, as Sevilla fans go outside the stadium and do a whole round of soos. So now, so yeah, Kale, they stood in a big circle.
Have you not seen it?
One by one.
No.
And then one old at the end, one grandpa came in and backed the whole thing. I was done.
Oh yes, Connor. Welcome.
So from now on, if Man United lose to a team, that team is going to do the exact same thing, and these players damn thing.
Bro, it's going to be absolute field day for rival teams now. Look, at the end of the day, right? As Connor just said, we need new coaches. Big facts. I mean, I saw something from Statman Baines tweeted out something, and I wish I had it. I was meant to get it up, but basically, we've got no experience in the backroom staff whatsoever. The most experienced person is Mike Phelan by a country mile, but we all know Mike Phelan's past it now. Like, he's well past his sell-by day. You need fresh ideas. That's why these old school managers, they don't work in modern day football because the game's developed so much in different aspects. It's more based on attacking fullbacks, that kind of thing. Obviously the importance of them, and they haven't moved with the times. Basically, our coaching staff. McKenna, I'm a fan of his, so I'm not going to criticize him. But Carrick, I don't know what he does. I haven't got a clue what he does. The fact that McFred or Blaine means Carrick's doing absolute fuck all. Simple as that. Because there's no way Carrick, probably one of the greatest midfielders in the recent generation, is out in our coaching staff, and we've still got Fred on the pitch. I mean, that just blows my mind. Social, obviously, as we know, and
sometimes great players don't make good coaches or managers.
Yeah, that's also a very good point. Just look at some of our experts. Anyways, look at Gary Neville.
Bruce,
look at Gary
Neville, McLaren, Wayne Rooney.
Gary Neville, the fraud.
Hey,
Gary Neville.
When Rooney was doing okay with this season until they got slapped with that point deduction.
Bro, is it my fault? That's just my agenda, isn't it?
I know.
Oh no!
All I'm saying is he's minus 12 behind now. That's what I'm saying.
All right, listen, it is what it is.
I don't know how you get minus, but it is what it is.
Listen, Cahil, your manager Arteta, is an ex-player, and he's got you 10th and 8th. Let's just see what one, innit? Let's not.
Also, FA Cup trophy. But
I mean, who cares?
Solskjaer can't compare it.
Leicester won an FA Cup. Who gives a fuck? Like, do you know what I mean? It is what it is. I mean, Spurs obviously give a fuck, innit? But they'll do anything. They're still celebrating the Audi Cup fucking DVD, and it is what it is. But listen, just to finish up Manchester United regarding the Ali out thing. Obviously, mine and Kojo's thoughts. Kish and Cahil, just quickly, obviously your thoughts, and then we'll move on to Man City and what was it? Chelsea. That's it. So, Cahil, what do you reckon? Do you think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? How do I word this? Do you think his job is unattainable? Or do you still think he needs time? Where do you stand on the whole thing?
I think my opinion doesn't really change anything. The opinion that matters is the Glazers, and the Glazers aren't going to get rid of him because they are very.
All right, okay, listen, we're scrapping the podcast. We're not giving any opinions from now on because the only opinions that matter are the crunch.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. For me personally, he shouldn't be in the job. But the facts are. The Glazers, as long as Ole, and I've been saying this for a while now, so long as Ole gets top 4, he ain't going anywhere.
Oh, that's facts. I can't deny that. Kish, thoughts quickly, then let's move on.
I think the problem this season, Folly, is he signed Ronaldo, but you've not just signed the player, you've signed the personality who demands success and who demands trophies. So, in my opinion, if Ole doesn't win anything this season, if Ole doesn't win anything this season, and you've got someone like Ronaldo there, I can see curtains this season. And he said openly he was given a 3-year project to build a squad good enough and big enough to compete for trophies.
Trophy this year
If they do not win anything now after his 3-year timescale has been given, I'll be honest, I understand everything that Cahil's mentioned about the Glazers and everything on top of that, but there has to come an end point to everything. And this will be the 4th year that he's been here.
They give him a 3-year contract, he's staying, bro.
We'll see.
I was gonna say, if he won the League Cup, you guys got kicked out of the League Cup.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. In my opinion, any trophy.
Kojo,
Win the FA Cup, he keeps his job.
Read that.
Connor, don't come and say them things there, because
I'm not even joking. If United win the Europa League, he keeps his job. He does.
No.
But will they win enough games?
What do you mean you don't? Why are we in the Europa League?
He does. I'm telling you, yeah. If United drop down to Europa League,
why are we in the? If he drops down inside Europa League, he gets sacked in the airport, my brother. Away from home.
If we drop down to the Europa League, I'm going to jail.
Yeah, but Ronaldo's not won it yet. So obviously,
exactly.
Europa League, right?
Hey, Osman, next game. Osman, next game.
Europa League, right? Right. United, listen, we are winning the league. I mean, that's my brother. I can't say anything, but yeah.
No. Pull him up on that because he was in the group chat saying Aston Villa 4-0 easy. Man said winning the league now. What league are you winning?
Fucking God knows, man. I don't understand.
I'm not even joking. If my guy was coming out with predictions every week, it'd be cricket scores. I'm not even joking.
Bro, we'd be undefeated. We'd be doing invincibles every season, bro.
Yeah, literally.
And they're all 4-5-0 wins.
Yeah.
I love it. I love the confidence. But yeah, we ain't winning the league unless all gets started. But anyways, let's move on to another manager. Apparently the greatest manager on course. Sorry, my brother. On course to be the Chelsea's greatest ever manager. And he got slapped at home. Slapped! Bitch slapped. Greatest manager, Jose Mourinho would never. At home. Don't disrespect that goal. Man said he's on course to be the greatest ever manager Chelsea have ever had. Kish, we'll come to you first and foremost, my brother.
I've heard so much in the last week. Listen, I think it's an embarrassment. Look, if you're going to say a manager who's been there for 6 months, who's won the Champions League, is on course to be your greatest manager, then so does Roberto Di Matteo. Then I'm sorry, like it is literally the same thing. I think Roberto Di Matteo was there for 4 months, like 5 months, maybe that. So if you're going to put Tuchel there, you're going to put Roberto Di Matteo there, because in my opinion, Roberto Di Matteo's achievement in winning the Champions League was a lot bigger than what Tuchel's was. Bearing in mind that team was a shambles, and he when he was the manager, they were 3-1 down in the first leg against Napoli, and then AVB got sacked. And then the miracle that, he came out with, ridiculous. So that's my opinion on that. For you to embarrass someone like Mourinho like that, just shut up and go home, please. Relax, close the door, wash your face with some nice cold water, and just realize what an idiot you've been with that statement. But yeah, with regards to Tuchel, his management has been quality in terms of his tactics since he's joined, but he's been trumped on this occasion. He gave too much respect to a Man City team that you're playing home against, a Man City team that really has shown frailties at the beginning of the season. Yes, I understand they lost to us first game of the season and, you're gelling, but they've not looked the team that they've always been. I mean, they are usually slow starters, Man City, but for you, when you're Chelsea, you've not lost a game all season. You've looked very good and like tactically, you've looked, fantastic every single game. For you to give that much respect to Man City, I think was poor. His team selection again was wrong in my opinion. It was too defensive. I think he had was it Kovacic, Kante, and Jorginho? Yeah. Again, there's not really, apart from Kovacic, there's not really any forward-thinking players. He took off Kante in the second half, and I think there was a major improvement when they took him off. Ruben Loftus-Cheek actually made a really big difference in my opinion when he did come on, but again too late. And to be honest, I think the score actually flatters Chelsea because it should have been a lot more than 1-0. If Jesus did have his scoring boots on, I know he scored. I think the score could have been even higher. Grealish had a good few chances as well, 1 or 2 good saves from Mendy. And I think the result is more than justifiable for Man City. And I thought they dominated throughout. And that just shows to me again that for all the dominance that Chelsea have shown this season, Man City for me are the team to beat. Whoever comes ahead of Man City, in my opinion, this season wins the league.
Nah, I'm not Kish. That you had me into that last comment because all you mans were saying whoever's above Chelsea wins the league. Now you're saying Man City, bro. Like 1 week later.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's the same statement anyway, because Chelsea or Man City. So it could either be that. So it works for both. Do you get what I mean?
I mean, look. First and foremost, regarding the Tuchel thing, obviously Daniel's the one who said that, so shout out to you. Look, I just don't understand that comment. This is kind of irrelevant to the game. I'm not gonna lie.
And this is the problem with people's memories. Like these days, like when you see something in 6 months, it's like wow. You don't see something that was 10. It was 10 years ago now, or no, actually about 8 years ago, 7-8 years ago. People forget so quickly these days.
Than that.
Oh no, sorry, 10. Yeah, 10, 11?
15. 15
years ago. That's what I mean. People, yeah, he must have been in the nappies then. But people forget so quickly these days, and I just think that's poor.
What are you on, bro, man? Jesus Christ!
Listen, I've had a bad weekend, man.
We're talking about Daniel, you bad man. We're not talking about.
I know, right? Blimey, I don't think he was. It was very much hyperbolic. I do agree that it's quite revisionist considering that Jose Mourinho put them on the map, and also he came back and won them the league title as well with a very good and very strong Chelsea side. That Chelsea side played some very good football. But to say Tuchel after 6 months, no.
He got a bit excited.
He got excited. He did get excited.
Listen, can we just talk for a second about Chelsea fans getting humble? This comment from Jerry: Chelsea and the fans getting excited, happy they lost still. And then I'm not going to read the bottom bit, Jerry. I don't give a fuck. I'm not reading that last bit because that's just. I'm not reading that last bit. I'm not shameless FC shit. But yeah, in terms of Chelsea fans, this is a good humbling for them. Man City went and put a marker down. At the end of the day, Man City said, "Look, you guys are discounting us once again, as you did last season." All I've heard personally from the media and the general Twitter fan base. Or football Twitter, shall I say, is the titles between Chelsea and Liverpool. That's all I'm hearing. I mean, we know how carried away Liverpool fans get. Obviously, if you mention any of their players in a negative light, they start crying, i.e. Trent or anyone else in there, like, they'll kill you basically for that. But in terms of Chelsea, right, this humbling is beautiful because their fans are getting too big for their boots. To come to Daniel, but other people in general, Chelsea fans are speaking, right?
Invincible.
They've already won the league. That they've already won the league. That they were speaking. It's 6 games in. And they're talking like they've already won the league, man. Like here, in terms of City, right? Obviously, very impressive performance from them. But do you think the lack of striker is going to really come back to bite them? Because obviously, on the day they can beat anyone, so it's not embarrassing for Chelsea to lose them. Of course, we know that. But do you think that's going to be Man City's Achilles heel? Because they do look brilliant on the day, don't they?
Well, exactly, they do, and I mean, Gabriel Jesus. I'm not. What is he? I don't know what. Don't know. We're not doing that, Jerry. That was no.
We're not reading that, Jerry.
On the day they look pretty, but there are also days where they go up against teams like Southampton and they can only get a point out of them. So I don't know, but City started poorly last season and they came back and it's creeped back, but City are also still up there right now and they're still fighting for the league, and you can never count out Pep Guardiola, regardless of what you think of him and his Champions League exploits. You can't count him out when it comes to league titles. He's a seasoned vet. He won it last year. He's won, 3 out of the last 5? So City are always going to be up there, and it's going to be a very tough season. It's going to be a very good season as well, because finally we got 3 challenges. I would say 4, but Manchester United have only in it, so it is what it is. Maybe Arteta can get us firing.
Oh yeah, Kojo, you missed it. Cahil said that Arsenal against top 4. You missed it.
Absolutely, bro.
Cahil said Arsenal against top 4, Kojo. Don't worry, I've got it written down, so we will clip it and ship it to you. 4 minutes to be exact. How ironic. Top 4, 4th and all that. But listen, let's get Kojo.
It's written in the stars, Usman. Written in the stars.
Listen, it is what it is. I'm just going to clip Kish as a random alley, but it is what it is. Kojo, give us your thoughts on the game. What did you take away from that? Obviously, I know you've just spoken about your challenges. Just quickly, Jerry, 4 challenges. Are you mad? We're there. We're 1 point behind. You tell him, Jerry. You tell him. Yeah, Kojo. Anyways, back to reality. What did you make of that game against Chelsea and City?
Yeah, Tuchel in the past, I've called him structured for his setup. This was just pure defensive nonsense. The lineup was poor. Putting Lukaku again, big game. Lukaku and Werner.
Shit, can we talk about this? Kish, hello, where where are you? Can't hear you fucking say shit about Lukaku in another big game, dude. Fuck all.
Yeah, he went missing this entire
I'm
game.
going to take a massive blame
people
on
talking
Tuchel
about
for this.
certain man.
I'm not going to lie. I'm
Kevin
going
De
to give
Bruyne.
Tuchel
Certain
a huge blame for this.
talking
I'm
about
sorry.
Kevin De Bruyne not turning up in big moments.
Yeah.
Hold the same energy for Lukaku.
I'm gonna give Tuchel a huge blame for that. Where was the service? Did you watch the whole game? Did you watch the whole game? Did you watch the whole game? Did you actually
Did you
watch
see his
the whole game?
coach? Did you see his coach?
Kish, you know what it is, yeah? I actually do. No, I do agree. I'm gonna say half agree. I do actually agree with what you're saying, but again, even when he got the ball, he did nada. And this is why I get onto him. I cannot call you world class if you do not do it in big games. He is so good in terms of hitting the back of the net, but when it comes to big games,
he's a flat chat bully. And there's nothing
it's
wrong
same
with
as
that.
it's same as a certain Spurs legend as well. Do you know what I mean?
No, wait.
He's a flat trap bully, yeah. He's a flat trap bully.
Wait. Hold on. No, I can't really allow that because he scored in big games for you, not the biggest of games. But
the Audi Cup, it meant a lot. That, to be fair,
bro, Lukaku scored an own goal in the Europa League final. So who's the loser here?
Yeah, at least he got to a final.
No, you got to Champions League final.
Champions League.
Yeah. He turned up technically. He turned up technically because there was a goal in there. Do you know what I mean?
Hey, you just had enough.
One guy wins the Italian league. The other one's, it is what it is.
I mean, Kane would do well in Italy. I mean, he should go. It's a shame he can't leave the club.
Yeah, he would at CDM. To be honest, he do really well.
I mean, we could do him in CDM. We could stop seeing McFred for fuck's sake.
But no, look, Lukaku didn't do anything of merit. But like I said, I thought the lineup was poor anyway. I thought starting Jorginho, Kante, and Kovacic in the midfield three didn't make sense. As soon as they lost Reece James, they lost their way. Instead of going forward on the right side, Marcos Alonso.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Oh my god!
What a stinker.
Jesus!
I should have bought him on fancy football. Yeah, I should have bought him this week.
Oh, you always, I actually put him in because I thought they were going to lose.
I know you did. That's why I'm laughing.
Yeah, I know. So there is because I genuinely thought they were going to lose the game, but I thought it would be like a 2-1
scoring it.
Yeah. But he was horrible, man. Oh, well, that's actually one of the worst left back performances or left wing back, whatever you want to call it. Performances I've seen in a while.
Oh my god!
Regulon did play as well.
No. Trust me. Just watch.
I watched the game and Regulon was worse.
Nah. He wasn't. No, Usman, trust me. As bad as Regulon was, just watch Alonso, man. Just watch.
I mean, Telles as well was up there with fucking the way he got violated against against West Ham. Violated, but yeah, it's because
no, but yeah, no. At the end of the day, his approach was wrong, man. He should have stuck to 3 up top and 2 in the middle. Do your back 5. That's all 3-4-3, whatever he wants to do. I think he should have stuck to that. I think he kind of bottled the occasion. You don't play defensive against City. I'm sorry, but they got enough creative players on the bench in the starting 11 to try and find something, and eventually they did. They created their own luck. Gabriel Jesus took a shot. Took a deflection, doesn't matter. You create your own luck, got his goal. They deserved it. There was toothless. And he made a good point. Loftus-Cheek did come off the bench and looked lively. But again, and this might sound very harsh to a lot of people, but I don't care at this point. We give a lot of praise to people that come and look lively, like the flipping Pikachu. Come to do vote tackle. Yeah? I don't care about looking lively, bro. If you're gonna look lively and do one Pikachu, found the ball, I don't care about all of that. He's not good. He's good, but he's not the standard of Chelsea. That's as simple as it gets. So that's another one they have to let go at some point. But regardless, City deserved their 3 points. It's a marker, and I'm not gonna lie to you, Chelsea looks pathetic. For a team that people were fearing, they looked truly pathetic.
I mean, and also, Timo Werner has major flop vibes. Like, he seems scared to even get in the box. Like, he doesn't want to be involved in a one-on-one because he knows mentally in his head that he's going to mess it. He knows. Reminds me of Diego Forlan when he was at Man United. If Werner leaves and goes to another European club, I can see him doing well, and that's exactly what Forlan did at United.
Forlan scored in one big game in particular.
One big game. It was a banger. A banger.
All right, fair enough.
In particular, I don't forget the one when just he do that great through his legs and he just.
That was a big game as well. Big moment that for us.
His confidence.
Are we saying he has more? He has despite a shocking time at United, he did more in big games than certain Lou. Anyway.
Certain Spurs legend, certain Spurs legend, definitely.
Listen, Kish, it's okay.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Listen, Lukaku had a stinker, man. It's fine. He's a good striker. Yeah, it's fine. I've captained him for the weekend because he's going to slap Southampton. What,
Timo Werner?
No. You get Timo Werner in your team, bro. But anyways, listen, we haven't mentioned Liverpool or West Ham because, I mean, they're representatives on here. Obviously, we mentioned Chelsea because why not, innit? And we're never going to find.
Can we go into Liverpool, though? Can we actually go into Liverpool?
Yeah, let's go into Liverpool very briefly because obviously I want to quickly talk about Man City and Liverpool are playing the weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So who wants to start with Liverpool, chat? Because for me personally, they bottled it. I mean, on the thumbnail, the title before the North London derby, we made it on Saturday. The title was Ollie out and Liverpool bottled it. And I don't want people to say, Usman, you're biased, etc. Listen, you had a lead twice against Brentford and you bottled it. For me personally, your defense was a shambles. I know Liverpool fans, right? I'll be going to this great length to defend Trent. Trent wasn't to blame for X, was he? Listen, the whole defense was shit. Even Van Dijk. Van Dijk made one absolutely unbelievable tackle right at the end of the game. World class. No denying that. I think it was against Tony, if I'm not wrong. Unbelievable tackle, yeah. But the whole defense was shit. This is the thing. Apparently Trent wasn't shit and Van Dijk wasn't shit. But how? You leaked in that many chances.
Trent got bullied in the
bro, every time I tweet about Trent, these guys are not hearing it. They said Trent didn't play bad. Trent had a great game. I'm getting people quoting me stats about Trent. This isn't about Trent. I'm saying that all was shit. This isn't just about Trent. But the reason I mentioned Trent is because you Liverpool fans trying to shove it down our throat that he's the best right back in the world, and he's fucking not. So I'm gonna just park that to the side.
Kimmich.
Mate, it is what it is. But for me, Hakimi in it. But that's just my personal opinion. I rate him higher. But anyways, let's move on from the Trent nonsense. Cahil, we'll pass it to you first, man. What did you make of the game? Great spectacle, though, I must say. Yeah,
it was easily the best game the Premier League put on so far. Just all praise to Brentford, man. They were tenacious. They never gave up. Tony ran, we don't want to mention Trent, but he ran Trent ragged. He ran Van Dijk ragged. Matip had a bad game as well. And that dink goal, I forgot his name. The guy that got it.
Oh no, it was not Pinnock who scored.
No, Pinnock scored the first one. The first one was great. That was a tidy goal.
Are you talking about the dink?
Third one. The third
dink,
one, yeah.
I forgot his name. I'm going to get it up. But the dink
bad boy, composure on that.
It was so good.
Unbelievable. If that was Salah or XYZ, man would be loading that. Again, I don't want to pick on Liverpool. If that was Ronaldo as well, just people would be loading that. And it just because it's some next guy, your people.
Johan Wissa. I think that was his first touch as well. I mean, that was. It was just sublime, man, sublime. But it was just one of those things where Brentford are up against this Liverpool side, and they are also relentless as well. So they wouldn't be able to hold on. But at the end of the day, I think both teams deserved the points. I wanted Brentford to hold on, but they just couldn't at the end. But what a game of football, man.
Without a shadow of a doubt. I just want to get this up as well. If you haven't already, make sure you slap a like in the video and obviously subscribe to the channel. Getting close to 1.2k. So we'd appreciate that. But Kojo, Kojo will come to you. Obviously, as Cahil just said there, what did you make of the performance? Like, I mean, from both teams, Brentford deserve a lot of credit as well for the resilience that they're showing, coming back time and time again.
Oh yeah, for like 3 or 4 years in a row, they struggled to just get over the line to get promoted. So they would be damned if anyone will come and just stop them from living their dream. They come here to do damage. They're a good side.
This is what I was thinking. Brentford give me Sheffield United vibes for that facts, man.
No, they don't give me Sheffield United vibes because they'll score more than 39 goals in the league season and somehow finish. Yeah, they ain't gonna do Chris Wilder, man. And trust me, I'm gonna start Chris Wilder.
They don't disrespect our home team, innit, Kish? Kish, you can support them, man. You might win something.
He's old man Howe, but it's what it is. Look, they are a good side, and what I like about them is, and especially Thomas Frank as a manager, is he doesn't just have plan A, he has plan B. If you watch the way they played against Arsenal and Liverpool, you compare it to the way they played against Wolves, totally different sort of approach to the game. but collecting results. And that's what makes them so good. That makes them so dangerous. They utilize all their players well, their ability. They change formation, they change style, they change things within game. Ollie. So
literally, as you've said that, they play better football than Ollie.
Oh, look at that! Perfect timing. There you go. So this is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, look, they.
But no, Kojo. They've got a CDM though. That's why they can play that kind of football.
Of course. Yeah.
I mean, they haven't got Ronaldo, Pogba, Bruno, but they've got CDM.
No, not even Cavani. Hey, not even Martial.
Not even Sancho. Not even Rashford.
Not even Sancho.
Not even Rashford. They haven't got anything, but they can. They've got a CDM though. So they can play.
Yeah, of course. Maybe we should call back Jumba and pay CDM for us. Maybe we'll win it. But yeah, no, they came very well. As for Liverpool, I wouldn't worry if I was them. These results will happen for every team. But what I will say is, what was worrying was Trent was struggling from the beginning of the second half, and no one helped him. The guy was struggling. When I say struggling, I've never seen right back struggle worse. But in terms of the aerial battle, he was literally on par on that day as Lindelof is in the air. That was horrible.
I mean, Robertson got bullied as well. Just
Oh yeah, and he got bullied. But again, that's where you need your teammates to help you. Yeah, they get such midfielders come back and be like, "Yo, back me," or let him fill in for a centre back and let him help. He got bullied, man. So look, if they let it happen again, they found a weak point, isn't it? And that's for Robertson.
Grealish against Trent this weekend is going to be exciting.
Also, quickly, Andy Robertson was doing the one thing I hate: that coward defending. Someone's crossing the ball and he's just moving leg up like one. I say Castaneda, that's me. So yeah, no, look, it's not
the worst thing that's been said today.
Trust me, it's not.
It's bad result, but it's not a horrible result in the whole cost thing. It's early in the season, they'll be fine.
I mean, hopefully they're not fine. Inshallah that they're not fine. Kish.
Yeah, listen, I agree with the panel, to be honest. Look, it's not a result to be worried about. It's a sting. I mean, look, they're playing a Brentford team.
That was clever by you.
They're playing a Brentford team that's high on confidence. They've had a really good start to the season. Especially them playing at home as well. The fans, it's electric. The fans are buzzing, high of confidence. So it's a tough.
All the fans here,
Yeah, it's a tough game for them to play. However, defensively. Look, and listen, TalkSport, they chat a load of crap, and so does Agbon Lahore. However, the one thing I do agree with is, look, Van Dijk, I am going to single him out, and yes, that was a great last-ditch tackle in the end, but they can't just rely on Van Dijk's leadership. They couldn't do it last season when they got battered 7-2 against Aston Villa when Van Dijk did play and played the full 90 minutes. So that happened last season. But yeah, the one...
What's happened? What I missed that, but I can't say.
Kill's ready. I'm ready, Kill.
You want me to read it out?
Yeah,
I'd love to read it out.
Please.
Yeah, I've already said my piece on Tottenham.
This guy's trying to deflect. Tottenham Hotspur become the first team in world football to be top of the league and then be overtaken by the team that was bottom of the league within 3 games.
So Nuno, we got him for the records. I'm gonna lose my shit in a bit. So I've already done it, and I don't want to kick off even further because I think I've already gone past the 18. I've already gone past the 18 plus.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so I've already gone past the 18 plus on this show already.
18? You need to raise it to like 30, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose my shit. What was the question? What was the question?
You were talking about Van Dijk carrying Liverpool.
Yeah, the guy is. I don't care right now. Yeah, like I said, it's not the end of the world. You carry on.
Oh my god, my face. Oh my god. The funniest thing is Maynard lost his weekend as well. Kish is the most pissed at all of us. I think that's because I've let it out. But yeah, that is absolutely fucking hilarious. Man was saying mind the gap, and it took 3 games.
Yeah. I'll be honest. Yeah. It's kicking off. Yeah.
Man said it's kicking off.
You should have just turned today's episode into Kish Talk Spurs. Like, honestly.
Honestly, God, I'm matching the title, to be fair. Fucking I can't repeat what you said about Dali Ali, but I need to change the title. Shit. But listen, let's finish the show with a bit of chat just to come away from Spurs. Chat with score predictions.
Please.
Kids, could you do me a favor and get the fixtures out? Obviously, I'm sure you want to get someone get fixtures out because I haven't got it. I already know Man City got Spurs. I'm not Spurs. Fucking they're in my head. Man City got Liverpool. So, Kojo, we'll start with you. In fact, I'll start because I feel like you're not getting fixtures out. So, Man City v Liverpool. I think that's going to be. Get score prediction in the chat as well. Obviously, we'll put them on the screen. I'm going to say 1. Nah, fuck it, man. 2-1 Man City. Liverpool tears. Grealish is going to pull Trent's pants down this weekend. KL, what do you reckon?
3-2 City.
Okay, Kojo, what do you reckon?
1-0 City.
1-0 City. Okay, so we've got 3 City wins. Kish, what do you reckon?
1-0 City.
4 City wins. Clean sweep! Obviously, I'm going to pretend to do Hussam now. I think we're going to win. I can't do his accent. But what would Hussam say? Okay, so, Hussam would be like, easy 2-1 victory. Liverpool, 2-1. Easy. We got 2-1 Liverpool in the chat. Thank you.
Early Saturday kickoff, 12:30. Manchester United at home against Everton away.
Oh, I mean, this could be the game. Oli gets sacked. It could be the one.
Benitez.
No, it won't.
Hopefully we win. Just a caveat. I do want to win. I'm trying to get tickets for the game because I'm fucking deluded, but it's what it is. Kojo, we'll start with you again, man. What's the score prediction? Man United v Everton, man. Is Calvert-Lewin fit? Is he back?
I think he is back. He is back.
But they had fashion week last week. I thought he would have been there, man.
I don't trust United, but Everton are one of those sides that they'll win and then they'll go on a stinky run. So I'm going to go 2-1 Man United.
Oh no, I was thinking the exact same thing. 2-1 Man United. KL, what do you reckon?
It's going to be a dodgy game. I don't know.
I mean, if this happens, it might be enough.
It's going to be 3-0. It's either going to be 3-0 United.
Said Fred Hattrick.
Or 2-1 Everton. I'm not sure.
McFred tax. We lose 1-0. Wow, that's the first. That is the first time in the history of knowing my brother that predicted Man United. Honestly, God, that in like 29 years of my existence, he's never predicted Man United to lose. This is the first time. So that means we're winning 5-0. I'm changing my score prediction. Right, Kish, what's your score prediction for that one?
3-1 Man United.
Fuck me, I'll take that every day of the week. Right, Kish, who Spurs got on the weekend?
Well, there is actually an interesting game though on the Saturday. It's a 5:30 kickoff. Brighton against Arsenal. I think that'll be quite interesting.
Oh yeah, Mopé tagged.
Yeah, Mopé.
Mopé
loves playing against Arsenal.
If Mopé does it against Ty's gonna lose his shit. Like I'm a Ty's an AFTV type for those of you that were, but he would lose his shit. That would be so priceless. Well, obviously, KL, you don't want that to happen. KL, Ben White's going back to his old club, his old stomping ground.
He is. And you say Mopé tax, I say Tomiyasu tax, man. He ain't afraid of Mopé. He ain't afraid of Mopé.
Jeez, this chaos coming with a chest, these days. First top 4 shot, now Tomiyasu,
There we go. 2-0 Arsenal.
Ooh, okay. Kojo, what are you saying?
3-1 Arsenal.
You know what? I'm very close to buying Saka, my fancy football team.
I don't think he'll start.
Fuck off. Who should I buy?
If Arteta's smart, he needs a rest.
We'll talk about after the show because I need tips.
If he starts Pepe, I'm reversing my scoreline. I swear down.
Kish, what's your score prediction, mate?
I'm gonna go for 2-0 Arsenal.
I'm gonna say 2-1 to Brighton, and I'm not saying it just for banter. I do think Arsenal probably Arsenal favourites, but I just like it. I like a romantic story. So Welbeck to score and Trossard. No, Mopé. Welbeck and Mopé.
Ben White on goal. That's the commentator.
Could you imagine?
To be honest, I'm chatting shit. I think Arsenal will win that. I think Arsenal are back, Arteta in, trust the process, all that good stuff. Keep the wheels in motion, so to speak. Yes,
gang.
Yes, gang. Kish, any other games worth
Yeah, West Ham against Brentford for Lawless. That'd be a good game, I think.
Lawless is watching this shit, and if he is, Rice is wank. So we'll see if he watched it. We'll see if he watched it. We'll see if he's a real fan. We'll see.
I think that'd be a good game, though. West Ham Brentford. I think that'd be very good.
That would be goals. I'm tempted to captain Antonio for that because that's like a 4-4. Kojo, as the only West Ham representation in here, what's his score prediction, bro?
I'm Brentford away. Yes.
No, it's at home. West Ham at home.
No. I mean Brentford are away from him. That's
yeah.
Regardless, Brentford are. Okay, I'm gonna go 2-2 draw.
Beautiful. Kiel, what are you saying?
I'll go 3-3 draw.
3-3 draw. Kish?
I can see Brentford scoring first, but West Ham doing it again, 2-1 late.
All right. We got a 4-2 in the chat here, and I'm going to echo that 4-2 because I think it'll be high scoring. So I'm going to go 4-2. I should really captain Antonio. I'm tempted. Chelsea against Southampton. I know that one because the Cork is in my team. I'm trying to work out what one. We got Akil saying West Ham 3-2. Chelsea, Southampton. I can't remember who's at home. I'm not going to lie. I feel like it's Southampton, but this is a 3-0 written over.
It's Chelsea at home.
This is 3-0 Chelsea for me without shadow of a doubt. Kiel, what you saying? So Kish is on same.
1-0 Southampton. No, only joking. 2-0 Chelsea.
2-0. And Kojo, what you saying?
4-0.
4-0. And last but not least, Tottenham Hotspur. Kish, who they're playing? I don't even know.
Playing at home against Aston Villa.
Oh no!
And just before you say anything, I'm going for 2-1 Villa.
Oh no!
I'm excited for this one. This is going to be.
That CDM's just going to miss. That CDM's just going to miss sitters just for vibes. So yeah, that's what I'm going for.
I'm going to say
club legend.
No, it'd be so Spursy if they won this 3-0, and everyone like Kane
they're not winning
scored. But I'm going to say 3-0.
Kane starts, we don't win. If Kane starts, we don't win.
Again, man.
We don't win.
Kane is starting, bro. Man is saying it like it's a 50-50. Kane is starting, brother. So it's like McFred, they're inevitable. Kojo, what are you saying, bro? What's the score prediction?
I'm going to go 3-1 Aston Villa.
Wow. Okay.
Harry Payne, that's the new name.
Yeah, if Bailey comes on, it might be, yeah. 2-0. If Bailey
Did you
plays.
see his Brummie accent attempts, by the way, on his Insta? Have you seen Leon Bailey's Brummie accent?
No.
Oh my God.
I haven't.
I'm gonna at you on Twitter. It is the best thing I think I've ever
look
seen.
at this comments cracking me up. Chelsea won Southampton one. Hassan was a crown the touchdown.
100%, man. Why was he crying?
I still don't know.
Why was he crying?
He beat Liverpool, I think.
No, but they drew.
Was
it a draw?
Yes.
Man cried for a draw. Man fully cried, like on his knees. On his knees. Remember when Hassan was doing well last season? Me included, everyone was rating him. It's weird how football.
Yeah.
I was included in that. Shut up, Kojo. You was as well, right? Kojo and Hassan who tackled onto him. Like fucking on his chest. Across his chest. But I think that's the last game. I don't think any of the team's relevant, really, to be honest. So we're going to wrap it there. So I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that stayed tuned. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Obviously, we're back every Monday, 8 o'clock. Make sure you obviously subscribe. Turn the notification bell on. Yesterday's show was a Champions League preview. I was joined by the homies from Never a Foul, Daps and Jay. And also joined by Tiago's father, a.k.a. James. It was a great chat, obviously good back and forth. I was getting bantered on that as well because we had to review both the games that Man United lost. Obviously the Aston Villa one and then obviously the Young Boys game because it was a Champions League preview. So if you want to see me get bantered for ages, by all means, you'll enjoy that. Tomorrow we've got another show. No, we haven't a show tonight. Wednesday, I'm at the game. That's what I wanted to say before I forget. Wednesday, I'm at the game. Match day vlog. Hopefully I can grab Flex from the fan cam and KG if they're not too busy. If not, I'll get fan cam to Sems to hold me if he's there somewhere. But if not, obviously, we'll just see. I'll probably be crying in it. We'll see what happens. Obviously, subscribe for that. But yeah, listen, apart from that, I've got a lot of content coming for you guys on the channel. I'm going to pass it to Cahil and Kojo now. Let the people know where they can find you.
Go on, Kojo.
Free Midfield podcast on YouTube, Free Midfield, Twitter, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Instagram, TikTok, and some other places in the future. And also, just quickly before we go, some big news for you guys. Tweeted by or said by
Ali's sacked.
No, in 10 minutes. There will be big news on the European Super League. Here we go again.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, don't say that.
Here we go again.
I really don't want that Super League.
Hoping it's the downfall of it, personally, but it's what it is.
Nah, honestly, God, that's going to be so depressing if that happens. I really don't want it to happen. Imagine Spurs in the Super League.
Yeah, I don't think I can take anymore, man.
You guys would get violated. But listen, Kish, let the people know where they can find you apart from obviously Monday here every week.
Yeah. So like I said, everyone please like, subscribe, share, retweet, all the good stuff for us Man Talks United. We're on every Monday and almost daily content. So you guys are more than lucky, to be fair. And then socials below, Kish and Do on Twitter, Instagram, everything else, all the good stuff.
Yeah. Everyone's socials are down below. Obviously the link to Kojo's and Cahil's channel, as always, is in the description as well. Make sure you go and subscribe to them. They're very close to 200 as well. And obviously, make sure you subscribe to the homie Jerry as well. I believe he's very close to 200 as well. He's not going to watch it. So, Jerry, you're a prick as well. So, if you reference me saying that, then I know you're a real one. If not, you're a waste man. But anyways, it's been your boy, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Back Wednesday. Oh, also, before I go, Thursday, myself and the other Kish, who's Ollie in, we're going to have a 1v1 debate. So, I can assure you, if it doesn't bottle it, that is going to be the show of all shows because we hate each other. We love each other, but we hate each other. It's that Claude and Ty, basically. And obviously, may rest in peace, of course. But anyways, it's been your bias, man. Catch you in a bit. Peace.